Hi, everyone. It's so great to see you here today. I want to thank you for joining us and welcome you to De-Invest to Reinvest. This is a virtual leadership summit brought to you by Ideoclick, Replenium, and Accenture Interactive. Hopefully you're in the right spot. I'm Justin Leigh, CEO of Ideoclick, and I want to say on behalf of all of the many folks involved in putting this event together over a short period of time, that we're very excited to share this day with you, our clients, our partners, and friends in the industry.
I'm Tom Furphy, CEO of Replenium and partners with Justin in Consumer Equity Partners. We've got a full house with us online, a great agenda of amazing speakers, and as Justin said, really excited to bring this day to you. So we've got folks from a range of industries across retail, brand manufacturing and marketing, e-commerce, service companies, finance, technology, and even entertainment. We'll be featuring Luke Spiller, the lead singer of the STRUTS, whose music we used to open the session today and who laid down some tracks just for us in our conference. The folks that we're bringing together today are going to share how they're managing and driving change in these unprecedented times, all while facing the challenges of COVID-19 in their own lives. And to all of our speakers, just thank you very much for taking the time out of your day to prep and join us. We want to make this today as interactive as possible. We'll be pinging out survey questions throughout the program that we'd love you guys to jump in and engage on relative to the content that's been presented. And also feel free to use the Q&A function down at the bottom of your screen there when you hover over it to ask any questions of us as the moderators or any of the panelists.
I feel like we should give a bit of a short disclaimer here. So today, if you came looking for answers and folks selling services, you're in the wrong spot. So we won't be offended if you need to move on to your other Zoom calls and email now. But today is all about sharing and learning from each other. One of the things that we did first after the crisis hit is to talk to all of our clients and partners and just listen, hear what's going on. And I was amazed after every 30-minute call, there was something new I learned from someone else that I could apply to what we're doing at Ideoclick and across our other businesses. So that's what we're here to foster today, is a conversation. We're doing this live and we're doing it raw. As Tom mentioned, presenters will have access to comments and questions, so please feel free to share. And things are probably going to go wrong. Please expect typos, children in the background, barking dogs, and all the other sorts of unprofessionalisms that really represents all of our lives today. So forgive us through those pieces as we're working together to foster this conversation. I think that's a really important point to emphasize. I know that I haven't always been the best me, personally and professionally over the last 2 months. And as challenging as that is, I think that can be an asset in this time. Perfection is costly, and right now we're freed to move faster, to make decisions with less perfect information, to forgive ourselves and forgive others for their imperfections as well. It's also forced us to recognize the intersection between life and work. The intersection has always existed. What happens at home is affecting us at work, and it's never affected us more than it is right now. And I think we're all learning how to be just as effective at work while managing the things going on in our lives. It's not easy, but honestly, I hope we're able to retain some of that. As the title suggests, now is a critical time to de-invest and to reinvest both personally and professionally. Laws and norms are changing faster than any time in recent history. We're all facing incredible constraints, challenges, and even tragedy. So the purpose of today is to take a moment to lift our eyes up above our Zoom meetings, to take a break from our children's demanding IT needs, to see what other people are doing and to adapt to challenges and drive their futures. Because the world has changed. Assets became liabilities overnight. Historical knowledge and models became worthless. The consumer has changed, retail has changed, and human interaction itself has changed. Despite all of this change and uncertainty, there are trends, and if we listen to each other, we can start to see what tomorrow will look like. One thing is for sure, is the world just became a lot more human. The old rules are gone, but we're connected digitally, and in many ways, we're more connected now than we were despite social distancing. We can get on Zoom calls, we're more available, we can interact, and we're learning how to do that more effectively. And the last point I want to make here is that you're in more control than you think, maybe more than it seems at this time. We're all designed to survive. Creativity rises from limitations, and right now we're seeing creativity blossom in new ways all around us. You're in total control over how you spend your time. Right now, you can choose to be open or you can choose to be closed. You can choose to wait it out on the couch, or you can reinvent the future. You can crank some 90s and hope things return to normal, or you can grow, learn, de-invest and reinvest in the future. And as challenging as COVID is, and as the unprecedented the changes that we're going through right now, rapid change is the new normal, and our ability to learn to change and adapt is going to be critical to our personal and professional lives. So I hope you'll enjoy the upcoming set of speakers that are coming on to share their experiences and learnings. They've been very open in these experiences, and I'm really excited to hear what they have to say. I hope that you'll learn something that you can apply in your life. I definitely know that I have.
One of the things that's really struck me, and it struck me even in Justin's comments now, and as we were putting this conference together, is, we are all human. We tend to think about, business processes and data and, different capabilities, day in and day out. But, ultimately, we're all humans here, right? We're all revisiting how we engage customers, staff our companies, run our supply chains, apply technology in our businesses. With all this rapid change coming at us, the stakes are really high right now, and there is no playbook for times like today. And as Justin mentioned in the theme of the conference is, with all this change and as we look to move forward, we have to de-invest. We have to stop doing some of the things that we've been doing to be able to invest in some of the things that we should be doing going forward. And this is not easy to do without chaos. And doing it today in the middle of chaos, even tougher. So I can't think of anybody else, to ask the question, how do we manage here in the middle of this chaos? And how do we manage in the time of turbulence? Can't think of anybody better to ask the question than Kevin Coop of Morning Newsbeat. And nobody better to share his perspective on how to manage through this than Jim Donald, who's co-chairman of Albertsons. He's a board director at Nordstrom and has an impressive background as CEOs of companies such as Pathmark, Starbucks, and Extended Stay America. Kevin and Jim, thank you guys both so much for being with us today. Looking forward to your chat, and over to you guys.